Welcome back. Welcome back. Just saw Superman. I had to go do it. Had to do it. Had to go through and do it, you know? I happened to get an early release viewing of Superman. Not super early like everybody else who's connected in the game. But I was able to go in on, this is Tuesday night. I think it officially comes out Friday. So I went ahead and went and saw it on Tuesday. Packed out arena, IMAX. Only way to do it, IMAX, you just gotta do it that way. It was packed out. Just left the theater. These are my thoughts after talking with my peoples. I have two perspectives. So, first perspective is me saying, it's possibly the best thing that DC has released in a while. In a good while. Minus the Snyder cut. I'm a Snyder person. Minus that Snyder cut of Justice League. This is the best. So basically it is the best because that wasn't even released properly or officially in the theaters. So this movie, it was okay. That's my first perspective. But in the same breath of saying that, it's not the strongest movie. To me, there are a few distractions at play. I wanted to merely focus in on Superman and his legacy and his story and who he is as Superman. This is of course we know as fans that this movie's been done a few times going around the circle. It done sped in circles on the freeway, literally, in a one-way direction. You couldn't get over, you couldn't get around it. This movie was there, and this movie has shown itself. We saw that origin story before, so they skipped the origin story. They're like, we're gonna drop you right into Superman's life. And they did. They literally dropped us in Superman's life. That was interesting, but the pacing of it seemed like once they dropped us in, the beat was just going. It was going a little faster than expected. That's my first perspective. Second perspective, this is a family Superman movie. It's for the family, which is the case because it hasn't been for the family in a while. This is more of a warmer tone of Superman. It's gonna do well, if you ask me. It's gonna do well. Because more than one age of people can see it. It kind of did what I guess George Lucas said he was doing. Star Wars is for kids. Got Darth Vader slicing the arms off and snapping necks on the TV show. Darth Vader's for kids. Okay, pal. Okay, Georgie. But back to this. Yeah, it was more family oriented in a sense. And I like that. I like that feel of it. I like that feel and that perspective of looking at it. So I'm looking at it from two different perspectives. You gotta have perspective, because perspective is key. You may have your little nitpicks, which is me. I may have my little nitpicks about the pacing and the story and not be able to hone in and follow up on what he's doing exactly and how he's growing in the story. But the other portion of it is it's more of a family film. It's more family oriented. The action was cool. It wasn't the strongest, but you can only do so much in some of these movies. I mean, I guess you could have made it a little more dynamic with certain sequences of how he fights and whatnot, but he's Superman. I mean, you're gonna get what you get. You're gonna get Superman. The actual good sequences that I did like where it happened real quick, and that's the only thing I got a gripe with that. There was a certain sequence that happened, I liked it, but it happened so quick, it was over before it started. I was like, I don't want to see more of that. But it played out. But it was like I said, overall the movie did a job. It was cool. It had some lukewarm moments. I like the Lex Luthor character, but I mean, there was a certain caveat about him that I didn't. But overall, he's actually from Marvel as well. Plays Beast. he did a decent job as Lex. He was crazy. Dude was crazy. Dude was mad. He hated Superman for his own developed reasons based off logic and some other cognitive function in his mind of what can happen. It was a fear, I guess. A fear that turned into hatred. That was that. And then a lot of people were wondering, like, so how's Crypto? How is Crypto in this movie? Crypto did the dang. Crypto was cool to me. Entertaining, funny. Crypto was like what Jar Jar Binks tried to be like, but Crypto did it because he's a silly dog. So Crypto actually he had good moments. He was a good add-on to the movie. So that was fine with me. So like I said, ups and downs. Was this the greatest Superman ever? No, it can't be. But it did a good job, and then I'm pretty sure it's going to do well. Kind of more than what you can ask for these days, based on who's delivering what, and how it's being delivered. I even think it's going to be better than Fantastic Four, honestly. We'll see what Fantastic Four does. But you know, you're the runner-up. Fantastic Four, you up? Let's see what you're made of. Dust your feet on the plate. Get behind the wheel. Let's see how you drive, Fantastic Four. Can you hit those curves? Can you get in the next lane without side-swiping somebody? Fantastic Four, you up next. So, in closing, Superman, it was one of these, and it was like one of these. It's like, it's kind of finicky, but it worked. It worked for me, in my perspective. Should you see it in the theaters? I think so. Yes, go check it out. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be the blockbuster of the summer, but more entertaining to me than the last movie I saw, Jurassic World. Yes. Well, I enjoyed it more than Jurassic World. I'll say that much. Because Superman is an adventure of a character. He presents that. So overall conclusion, I give it like a B. And if I had to give it 3 emojis, it would be, I don't know. I'll put them on the screen. My emoji game gonna have to really pack a punch. So I gotta really see what I'm gonna put on there, based on my perspective of the movie. So anyway, that's my take, you guys. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell. I will see y'all at the next movie, which is coming up right around the corner. Fantastic Four, you up to plate, like I said. But Superman got you beat right now, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna do good numbers. That's me saying it. I'm locking that in. If it was like a bet, you could put it on the bet spree. I think it's gonna do good. So like, subscribe, catch y'all later. Peace out.